Hey there, Epic Edge here, welcoming you all to episode 2 of Teapot Tour. My guild HQ slash Familia house is about 75% complete, so I thought that now would be a good time to show off how much has changed since episode 1. So as you can see behind Eula, the estate is relatively on the large side. A bit of a mix between Liyue and Mondstadt architecture for the exterior. This is just to reflect the diversity of the guild members, which is my roster composed of both people from Liyue and Mondstadt. So assuming that you are a guest, you'll probably be riding a carriage from down there and into here. So this is like the drop-off area garden kind of thing. So ideally, the carriage drops you off right here. This is the entrance to the home. And then the carriage gets parked somewhere here. And then the horse goes in here. We don't really have like a barn kind of place. So you're gonna have to pretend that this wall goes a lot deeper inside. And then, you know, after you park your horse here, you can have a nice little sit over on this bench underneath this lovely little tree. And this is the kind of view that you would have if you were sitting here. Nice little view of the house while having the horse and your carriage well within sight. So if you were the guest rather than the rider, this is what you will see. You get dropped off here. This is the entrance. There is a walkway here. So you'll walk through this short covered corridor to reach the main house. Again, load limit is playing a factor with this design. As you can see, it's just one corridor. Ideally, I would like this to be at least 2 corridors deep. But again, load limit issues. But I'm hoping that this will be resolved once the next patch hits. So because it's only 1 corridor deep, you'll see that the garden is fairly small and very empty. Aside from load management issues, I'm just having a lot of trouble deciding what would fit well in this area, especially since it's so small. But personally, I'm hoping, I'm really hoping that MiHoYo will add water farms to the system. If they do, I'll definitely add a koi pond maybe on this side over here. So before we actually enter the guild house, why don't we move on here to the left? And I placed a nice little pavilion here. The idea is it's a nice little place to sit down, maybe, a place to have some afternoon tea, especially if the guild has important people over. Now from this side, we have a nice little view of my experimental mountain pass. That will be in a future video, I guess, the very next episode probably. And over here, we have our guild's personal vineyard. It's still small. I had been prioritizing crafting like the fence and the walls. So that's been the problem. So it's just 2, but we'll fill this out a little more later on. Nice, cute little doggy here. And this shed. The shed is really just more of like a tool shed, and probably where they would put the harvest to be processed into alcohol, because I think we've seen enough like anime where we all know that alcohol tends to be free flowing in guild houses. So that's that. Okay, so the fence isn't complete just yet, as well as this wall over here. Ta-da. It's empty. It's not finished. Again, load limit issues because load limit. Little lantern over there and there. Okay, so now that we've toured everything, let's go into the interior. So once you enter the guild house, you'll find the reception desk manned by Mono over here. So you come in, let the receptionist know what you're here for. So, you know, whether to talk to one of the members, attend a meeting with the guild master, fill out request forms, etc. If you're here for request forms, like maybe official, there's a big table over here, big table. Fill those forms out, return them to the receptionist, and then you can park your butt over here and wait to be called. So once you're called by the guild master, this is the guild master's office. Cozy little office here. Over here to the side we have like a ward table. So the idea is put down the world map or whatever map it is that they need to, you know, strategize for, maybe on like a guild expedition or a very important request. So yeah, this is where they would do it, to do the strategies and stuff. So if you're a guest, you sit over here as you talk to the guild master. Guild master over here. So behind Eula, there is this like a tarp silk banner kind of thing. I don't know what it's called, but this is from the Hilly Trail event. If you don't see this in the depot, it's not in the depot. You have to unlock it through the I think it's called Mimitomo, something like that. Yeah, so it's just there kind of because I thought that it looks nice to give a bit of a background, as well as excuse me, reinforce the whole, because you see the Mondstadt over there on the rug and some Liyue over there in the background. I don't know, I think it looks nice. So that's the office, not much else to talk about really. So why don't we go ahead and move over here. This is the dining hall and it's right behind the reception. So the reception also kind of acts as like a divider. You'll notice that it's really rather bare at the moment, and that's because I kind of like prioritized the exterior of the guild home, and so I'm in the process of filling this place out. But over here we do have a bar, so let's take out a little bartender over here, Diona, with a very tiny bar stool that I hope to replace because it's very small. You can only see Diona's eyes, and even tall characters like you are pretty much just a head. So scheduled for replacement. So this little restaurant sign can also double as the menu of the day, kind of like, you know, the chalkboard thing in restaurants, as the menu probably changes every day or every few days. Now, since we've been talking about eating, why don't we go straight into the kitchen? So it's a very small, very simple kitchen right now. Of course, we have the stove and stuff. The table over here where you can prepare the ingredients. The ingredients are over there. So ingredients, prep, and then cook, right? The ingredients are all over here, and that's mostly because there's a lot of fresh food, right? So there's like fresh bread, fruits and veggies. Naturally, I don't want them next to the window because sunlight obviously will make fresh food spoil faster, and I also want to let as much natural light into this area. This table seems out of place, but the idea is, again, gather ingredients, prep them here, cook them here, and then the cooks, the kitchen staff lay down the food here to be collected by wait staff, who will then pick up the food and bring it outside to the guild members. So there's that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this area over here, just because the shape is a little off, and headroom issues, right? I have no idea what I'm gonna put there, but I'll figure it out later on. So this is the guild's lounge / study. Out of everything in the entire guild house, I think this is the room that is the most complete. The only thing I will really change here is to get rid of either this one or the ones over there because they repeat. So the ancient scrolls one, scheduled to be changed as well, with just some regular bookshelves. So we have the two sofas over here with a little table there in the middle, in front of the fireplace, a nice little leeway scroll over thing over the fireplace, and of course a cute little doggy. Oh, he barked right on time. That is amazing. Okay. Unfortunately, the entire second floor corridor is just housing all my pine screens, so I won't show that off anymore. In the future, though, I will be removing them once the 2 rooms upstairs unlock. I've already calculated it, and I will still be hitting 20k Adeptal Realm points, whatever it's called. So that should be no problem. And yeah, so this is the guild house, guild HQ / Familia house. I hope that the tour has helped you figure out what you want to do in your own teapots. And if it did, please don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe to the channel. As always, thank you so much for watching, and until the next video, stay epic.